Hey everyone. So in this video, I'm just going to be doing a quick analysis of the S&P 500 index, which is reflected by the SPY ETF, which is what I'll be focusing on. So specifically, if we look on the daily chart, we have um, we've been going on a pretty bullish increase in the S&P 500 index over the past year or so. And our broader term Elliott wave is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And within this wave, we're currently in the fifth wave. And if we zoom into the fifth wave, we're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, and now we're in the fourth wave corrective sequence over here um, in a shorter time frame. So right now, in other words, this is the fourth wave, and we're looking specifically at what's going on in this fourth wave and how to play it. So to do that, we're going to look at the hourly chart, and we zoom into this. So it's just to reemphasize, the fourth wave is right here, which I believe is going on. And the pattern that I'm predicting is an expanded flat correction, which pretty much means that we're going to be seeing an A, B, and C price action coming up in the very near future. So we've already had the A wave, and we're pretty much finishing up the B wave, and we're going to come down for the C wave. So typically in an expanded flat correction, we have a 3-3-5 wave structure, which pretty much means that, so we've had an ABC over here for the A wave, an ABC for the B wave, and for the C wave, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave structure on the downside. And if we draw the upper line trend resistance on the all-time highs, we can see that we're coming up along very strong resistance right here. And this is right around the $388 price point. And I think this is going to be a very key inflection point in the very near future. And I think right at this point is a perfect time to short the market. Currently, I'm in SPY puts right now, and they're down pretty massively because of this bullish run. And I did not sell at the low here, which is my fault. And I'm still holding those positions because I'm anticipating this downside to come. So we can actually show that this level right here is going to be very strong resistance using just mathematical ratios. So specifically, let's look at this A wave structure. And just to summarize, the downside on here, if we draw the extension, we notice that we hit the 1.618 level perfectly and bounce right off of it for the A wave. And if we look at this broader term price movement, let's draw a line here, a Fibonacci trend-based extension, and we put the low here and put the high up here. And we're going to put it right at this level that I think it will hit. So 388 around. And we notice that it points downwards to this 360 level. And the reason why this is important, so we marked the 360 level right down here. And now if we look at price action that's already occurred, so we take this A wave, we're gonna do analysis on the A wave. So we look at this this price movement over here. So we notice that it also shows the 1.618 at the exact same level. So first of all, if we remove this line is drawn based on predictive numbers. So we actually haven't had this level hit yet. We don't know if it's going to hit this level yet, but we can use past price action to predict what will happen. And this is what's happening. So we see that the 1.618 level at the 360 mark on the SPY index has already been established through this bearish wave count. So this bearish wave count has allowed us to do a Fibonacci extension analysis that gave us this level. And if we can get the same level if we say that our local top will be right here. And that's why I think that this level is an extremely important part. And this should be at the spot where the SPY index bounces off of and falls. If it goes through here, this does not invalidate this expanded flat correction, as we could still see some possible higher highs coming in the future. But my prediction is that it will bounce off this level and come down, because the SPY has been going up very much for over the past week. It's been a completely green week, and typically Februarys are not very strong market environments, and so there should be some downside. And if we do have downside, this would confirm that we do have a flat correction. And a flat correction, expanded wise, typically looks like this. And this is not necessarily what will happen, because flat corrections can also be something called a running flat correction, which would mean that the bottom of the C wave does not come all the way down. It stops right here, which is higher than the A wave, the bottom of the A wave. So that's still a possibility. But either way, we should see downside coming. There is downside coming to the SPY index, and that is why I'm holding my bearish positions. And so I don't think it's a good idea to invest in any major cap companies at these levels because they're too high, and there should be downside coming. So that's just to summarize what's going on with the index and why I think this level can help us predict which are important levels coming up. And this is just based off math. This is not gambling or anything. This is just simply based off what's already occurred and the trend lines we can use to support our predictions. And just to look overall in general on the weekly chart, if we look at the indicators such as the MACD, the relative strength index, and stochastics, we can see that we're losing this bullish momentum on the index as well. So this confirms our prediction. So we're losing we're losing bullish momentum on the MACD. Our stochastics are pretty high. They've tapered off a little bit, but they're still pretty high. And as far as RSI goes, we're still very high. And we can actually zoom out and draw a trend line of resistance up here. And if we do somehow see this pop up, which would be like some kind of further increase in the SPY index, it's going to be met with lots of resistance on the RSI, which will push it downwards. So either way, right now is looks like there should be some very bearish stuff going on in the future. And yeah, that's it pretty much for me. I hope this made some sense, especially with the math levels and the wave counts.